Hello, everybody. My name is Rob Bentley, and I am the CMEA Central Section Festival Coordinator. And I'm happy to say that registration is now open for our 2025 festival season. To register your group, go to the CMEA Central Section website at cmeacentral.org and click on the Festival tab. When you click on the Festival tab, there'll be a list of dates, but I want you to scroll down here to this section that talks about some of the specifics. First thing, you must be a member of CMEA to attend the CMEA Central Section Festival. Fees are $225 per ensemble. You're going to register your groups according to a rubric that we have set up. And if you click on the rubric tab, you'll see a rubric that identifies the type of group you're registering and the classification level that you're registering for. This is really important in terms of sight reading selection, so that's why we have that. The other thing you'll want to know is that every group will sight read. If you choose not to sight read, that's up to you, but the adjudicator in that room will have not heard your group perform. So you could have them do a clinic. If you do not choose sight reading, you won't be eligible for the unanimous superior rating. We want all directors to please sight read. Okay. I also put on the website a link to join NAFME. If you need to check your membership number, please contact them, not me. I don't handle memberships, they do, so that would be great. If you have any questions about festival procedures, you can click on the festival handbook link, and that will take you to the document with that. Okay, so let's get down to the festivals. Let's say I wanted to register my group for the Middle School Choir Festival in Bakersfield on March 13th. I would click on the Opus link, and it would open up my Opus account. Now, if you don't have an Opus account, it'll ask you to register one. You might want to check and get your registration from last year if you've already registered. It could be confusing if you have multiple accounts. So this is the window for the Middle School Choir Festival at Bakersfield High School. You'll read here that you're registering for this festival. Large group fees are $225, and you must print out the signature form. When you click on the signature form, you get this form right here, and this is really important. It's a typable PDF, which means you can type your information into it and print it out and give it to your principal or other administrator to sign and return to me. You have to return this form with your payment. We have had a lot of problems lately of groups not sending this paper. So whatever you do, please beg your business department to send this paper with your payment if it's a check. Because if they don't, it is one big headache and it takes me forever to identify payments and it really messes things up. So once again, get this printed out, have your principal sign it, and then return it to me with the check. That would be great. If you want to also make a copy and email it to me or text it to me, you can do that. The information is down there. Another thing you'll want to know is that the check must be sent to me at P.O. Box 567, Hanford, California 93232. That's not a new address. I've actually been using that for 4 or 5 years, but some people are still sending checks to an address on North Star, which I no longer live at that residence, and the checks will get lost, and you will not be able to go to festival because I won't be getting your payment. So please note the P.O. Box address. Okay, so once you've printed out that form, you can click on Add a Location Where You Work. Now, when it says Select a Location, there's lots of schools listed. So you scroll down and find your school. One little thing that I'd like to add is if you look at all the list of schools and you don't see your school listed, there will be an option for you to add a location. I was recording the video and I noticed that option is not available currently, but Opus is working on that and we should have that cleared up soon. So if you don't see your school listed, you will be able to add a location. It'll be right under Select a Location. Thanks for your patience. So I'm going to use my school as test. I have a test account, so I'll click on Test School. Notice it says test. That's the name of my school. And now I have a new entry in this festival. So I click on new entry and I type in my information. I have a choir, the classification from the rubric that we had, that's elementary school. I'm going to click on this name for the ensemble, and I'm going to title it The Songbirds. Okay, I've got the Songbirds entered. And then their grade level is a bunch of 7th graders. Minutes of rehearsal a week, fill that in. Total school enrollment, number and ensemble, all of that information that it asks for. Do you want your ratings distributed to other directors after the festival? If you don't, click Not Distributed. Performance date. This is the performance date that you'd like to perform at the festival. So put that date down for the festival that you want to go to and the day. Your requested performance time. Everybody chooses late morning, but that's not always possible. So click the one you prefer, and you can work it out with the site host to determine what's going to fit into your schedule. Also, what's the earliest time you feel you can arrive at the festival? Some people have tremendous busing problems. Depending on distance, it might be 10 a.m. Last little note here, level of ensemble relative to the school program. So if you have a bunch of groups, and this one happens to be your only group or beginning group, click on that tab and submit. Okay. Now, your Songbirds group is now registered for this festival. Now, here's some pretty handy tips for payment. First of all, if you're going to have your district send in a check, click on Invoice. And what will happen is Opus will automatically send you a PDF of your registration for this festival, your invoice, so you can attach it to your check request, whatever you want to do for your district. Notice it has the P.O. Box address on it. It tells you when the fee is due. You got to get that in. So that's pretty cool. Let's say you want to pay by credit card. You would click this little box over here and click Pay Selected. It lets you know what you're paying for. And then you enter your card information, just like any other online transaction, and you can pay for your group online. That's the best way to do it, honestly, because what happens is you get on the priority list for placement. So let's say you're one of those directors that really has to get in between 10 and 2. If you're paid, pretty good chance that you're going to get in if you have your payment in early. Okay. Let's see. You can get a receipt once you've paid. You just click on receipt. I didn't pay actually, but you can click on receipt and it'll send you a receipt. If you have any specific questions about the festival, you can contact the site host, usually listed up here. If you have any general questions about the festival, you can click on this and it'll send me an email. Okay, so you've registered your choir for that festival, but let's say you have a jazz band and you want to take it to the CMEA Jazz Festival, or maybe you have another group that you want to register for another festival. You need to start the process over again. So what you'll do is you'll go to the festival page. You will select the festival that you'd like to register in. Please do not try to register your group in the same festival several times. You need to back out of it and go to the festival that you'd like to register for and start the process over for that group. I wanted to show you one more thing that we have this year. If you look through all the events, you'll see an event called CMEA On The Go. CMEA On The Go is an option for groups that aren't able to attend a large group festival due to budget, instrumentation, or groups that might feel intimidated. 2 adjudicators will come to your school and clinic up to 2 ensembles in the morning or afternoon. It could be 2 of your ensembles, or you could team up with another director in one location. The clinicians will listen to your ensemble performance and then offer practical tips for improvement to you and your students. For more information about this experience, you can contact me at cmeacentralsection@gmail.com. Once we get the details worked out, I'll send you an invitation to register for this event the same way that large group festival entrants would register. Once again, The CMEA To Go is an option for groups that aren't able to attend a traditional festival. And if you're interested in this experience, please email me at cmeacentralsection@gmail.com and we'll get something set up. I'd like to thank Alicia Wells and Ashley Shine Durham for proposing this idea. I think it's a great idea, and it's really been met with a good response so far. And I think this year's festival season is going to be the best ever, and I want to thank you for your participation.